I am Linda Lowe's, and I'm from Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. So we looked at infants and toddlers with Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. Most times people aren't diagnosed till 3 and maybe 5, and they think that they're pre-symptomatic because they don't get diagnosed till they're 3 when they start to fall behind. But we looked at 200 infants, and they are delayed. 95% of them are delayed from birth. They continue to gain skills, but they're never typical. And I think people don't realize that they're delayed from birth. And I think that's important because treatments are getting younger and younger, and so we need a way to evaluate them. It's tough because when you evaluate someone, you have to see if they change after an assessment, but if you're maturing and gaining skills anyway, it's hard to determine which of that is the assessment, which of that is maturation. So we took these data so that someone can use them as a comparator and see how they're doing in relation to their peers. They are remarkably delayed. There were 7 boys that scored in the normal range once in their trajectory, and all the rest of them were delayed or significantly delayed. So the test works on standard deviations, and so you get a normal typical range, and then you get a low normal, and then you get a very atypical, and most of the boys were down there significant delays. I think that's important too because parents worry. Parents realize there's something wrong with their child because they didn't sit as soon as their other siblings, they're not walking at age 1. And I think it should be important for physicians to realize that this might be the reason. Now with newborn screening in the United States, that'll be apparent immediately. And I think people need to know what they should do with that. They don't necessarily need to go to physical therapy once a week, but they do need to be monitored to see if they are more delayed than you would expect them for typical boys with Duchenne. And if they are, they need to go to an early intervention program or a preschool program just to make sure that they can optimize their abilities. You learn by moving, and so if you're delayed in moving, you can't explore, you can't keep up. So we need to encourage them to get up and be mobile as soon as they can. The people in our clinic that we are very behind that we send do much better. It just makes sense. You don't do strengthening in little kids, but you provide play opportunities that encourage them to challenge themselves. And so by doing that, they get the ability to try to learn and to gain skills. Early intervention is free. It's a federal program. It varies in each state how much you can get and how good you can get. But there's a birth to 3 program, and then there's a 5 to 7 program, and it's free. So there's no downside. That's the thing. And in a good program, the professionals will provide support to the parent. They will get there. Here's what you need to do. Parents worry about everything, even if your kid's completely typical. It's kind of your job. So I think it's nice to have someone to provide that support and also to make them feel like they're able to do something and helping them get more skills.